So let's say you have 5 objects. Uh, what's happening here? Okay, let's say you have 5 objects. This A, B, C, D, and E. You need to fit them into 5 boxes. Do like this. I have 5 boxes. I need to fit these letters over here. So what are the total arrangements I can do? I can have A first, and then B, and then C, and then D, and then E. Or another arrangement I can have is that B first, or A, D, E, and C. Or I can have C, A, B, D, E. I can have many different arrangements basically. But you should notice that in this box, in the first box alone, I have 5 different possibilities. I have 5 different options to choose from. So A, B, C, D, and E. If I do choose one, then I have 4 different options for the second box. So for example, if I choose A, then for this box, I can choose either B, C, D, or E. If I choose B in the first box, then in the second box, I can choose A, C, D, C, D, E. If I choose, for example, E in the first box, I can choose A, B, C, D. Now, if I choose A for the first box, B for the second box, so I had 5 options at the start. When I choose one option, I have 4 options in the second box. When I choose a letter for the second box, I then have 3 options for the third box. So let's say I choose A and C. I choose A for the first, C for the second. Then for the third, I have 3 options: D, B, E. If I choose E first and then C second, then I have 3 options: A, B, D. Similarly, so I start with 5 options, then I have 4 options, then 3, then 2. So if I choose B over here, then I have 2 options. If I choose D over here, then I have 1 option. If I choose A over here, then I have 2 options. If I choose B over here, then I have 1 option. So I have a choice of 5, then I have a choice of 4, then 3, 2, 1. So if I have 5 choices for the first one and 4 choices for the second one, then both of them together, a pair, would be 20 choices in total. So for each of the 5 choice, I have 4 choice. So for each of the 5 arrangement of the first one, I have 4 arrangements for the second one. So together there will be 20 different options for the first 2 boxes. So the first 2 boxes has has the first 2 boxes has 20 options in total. 20 options. 5 times 4. 20 options in total. The first 3 boxes, I should do like this. The first 3 boxes has 5 times 4 times 3 options in total. 5 times 4, 5 times 4 times 3. 60 options. So a total of 5 options together is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 options in total. And there's a notation we use called the factorial. So this will have 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 120. 120 arrangements, I should say. Arrangements. Yeah. 20, 60, 120. Okay. Now, yeah. So we have a notion of 5 factorial, which is 5 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. In general, if I have n options, I want to know how many ways I can arrange n items. That would be n factorial, which would be n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 all the way till 2 and then 1. Now the thing is, let's say instead of doing all 5 of them, I only did the first 3. So I have 5 items A, B, C, D, and E. And how many ways can I put them in 3 boxes? Not 5, not all 5, just 3. Then I have 5 for the first one, 4 for the second one. After I chose this, I have 4 for the second one, and after I chose these two, I have 3 for this one. So in total, I have 5 times 4 times 3 arrangements. That's 60. 60 possible arrangements in this. Similarly, if I have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options, and I chose 4 boxes. Then I have 7 options for the first one, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. After I choose one, and I then have 6 options for the second. After I choose this one, I then have 5 options for the third, and then I would have 4 options for the uh, fourth one. So in total, I would have 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 options in total. That's 7, 6, 5, 4, 840. 840. So 840 different options. This is called a permutation. Permutation. A permutation is basically, we write it like this. So NPK. And in the example above, I had 7 options and I wanted to arrange like four of those items. So in this case, it would be 7P4. So for 7 items, how many ways are there to choose 4? And in the previous option, I had 5P5, 5 options, and I'm arranging all 5 of them. But if I have 5 options and I was arranging 3, then it would be 5P5 permutation 3. Permutation this, like A, B, C, D, E. This is one permutation. B, C, A, D, E. This is a completely different permutation. If you switch the order, these are two, like the different arrangements are called different permutations. So the formula for permutation is there are n factorial ways to arrange n items. Wait, no, this one. If you have n if you have n items, there are n factorial ways to arrange them. But if you want a particular, if you have only if you have only k number of boxes, if you have k number of boxes, and you want to know how many ways are there to put n objects in k boxes, then we subtract, we divide this. So, for example, for this, instead of if we had 7 objects and we wanted to know how to put them in 7 objects, we would do 7 times 6 times 5, 4 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So 7 factorial. If we only want 4 boxes, we just end at 4. We don't go all the way till 1. So normally for arranging n objects, we do n factorial. But if we are stopping at k, then we divide n minus k. So for the above, for 7p4, 7 factorial to arrange 7 objects. But if we only want 4 of them, the 3 times 2 times 1, the 3 times 2 times 1 over here needs to get removed. So 7 factorial ways of arranging 7 items. But we, since there are only 4 boxes, we are only stopping at 4. We only want this. So we are cancelling these 3 out. So these 3 needs to get cancelled out. So we need to arrange n factorial, but we are only considering the first k. So n minus k will get cancelled out. You decided to decorate your magic wand with bands of different color tape. You have 10 different colors to choose from. Okay, 10 different colors. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. I will name these colors with letters. And you will use 5 of them to create 5 different types of colors. Right. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stripes. So how many ways can I have this in 5 stripes? It would be 10p5. So 10 factorial over 5 factorial. 10p. I thought they had a permutation calculator, right? 10p5. 30240.